Hi, Brad Stevens here, CEO of Entreholic, where we are addicted to entrepreneurship and fueling your passion. We love teaching innovative growth strategies using the most cutting edge techniques by leveraging your time, your money, and your resources. So, welcome to our virtual whiteboard education series today with your mini lesson on how to generate low cost, high qualified leads. But before I start, I just want to explain the basis for this approach that I've learned as a career entrepreneur over the last 20 years and learning from a lot of other really successful entrepreneurs. And if you will truly embrace and learn this, it will completely redefine how you accomplish things in your business and in your personal life. And it's simple. It's all about leverage, leveraging your time, money, and your resources. How? It's using unique tools that you never really knew existed. It's leveraging virtual staff and freelancers, a global powerhouse of talent that I will show you exactly how to do it, regardless of what your experience may be in the past, and creative thinking, right? Innovative creative thinking. You couple this together, and it's a formula that is highly effective. And it's not a better way of doing things. This is a whole new approach and a new opportunity of how to get things done. And best of all, it means that you can grow, start, build, expand your business without breaking the bank. In simplest terms, it's really just transforming, right? Which is what we're all looking for. New innovative ways to do things. Transforming the way you execute. When you're equipped with this knowledge, to give you an analogy, I love this. I saw it on useronboard.com. And remember, in those of you familiar with Nintendo, when Mario Brothers, when you got that flower and it doubled your size and turned you into this fire flaming badass that can do incredible stuff. Well, when you're equipped with this knowledge and really understand how you blend these different things together, that's what it feels like. You're empowered in a way to execute in your current business and future opportunities, unlike any other way before. So let's jump into our first topic on the mini lesson today on generating low cost, high qualified leads in a really innovative, creative way. Now, this is based on the concept that just data is everywhere online, which you and I both know, but it hides out in some pretty creative places that you may not even think of where your lead data and target customer opportunities exist. So I'm going to share one quick case study example. And this may not apply to all of you, but it'll give you an idea of the types of things that you can do. So we were in a business in the dental industry, and we wanted to go after our competitors' customers, which we all do, right? You want to try and find a way to take market share. Well, we ended up finding on our customer's website that they listed every single one of their customers nationwide. All you had to do was put in a zip code, and it would list all the customers, which products that they carried, with the contact information. So we were able to hire a freelancer, go in, iteratively put in every zip code in the country and extract out, and I had to hide it here for privacy purposes, but this listed every single uh, one of their customers within 5 miles of this zip code, and you could expand the mileage. So your customers may have a similar type of directory, or there may be other directories of information online where you can hire a freelancer that can extract all this information super low cost. This is just an example, a sample data set here, but we were able to get a huge spreadsheet with their name, their business name, their email address, their LinkedIn profile. Because what will happen is they'll take the base information off of that directory and then go find all other places on the web where they can fill in all the blanks. And then once you have that information, you can launch multi-campaign initiatives, phone calls, direct mail, email, LinkedIn campaigns. You can even have someone log in and do all the connecting for you on LinkedIn. Another creative thing I'll show you in just a second. So another quick story I'll share. So we had an education company that we were working with, and they wanted to get a list of all child psychologists in the Southeast United States, right? Now, you can buy lists, but a lot of times they're up to 25% inaccurate. So with this way, you're getting the exact information that's accurate and way more information than you normally would from most sources. So we went to one of our freelancer platforms and we posted this job. We're looking for an internet research expert that can research online. And if you want, you can pause the video now and just take a quick read through this text. But I wanted to put it all up here so you could see exactly what we posted for this type of role. And we even told them the spreadsheet that we wanted to have completed. And I chopped it up here for purposes of this mini lesson, but this is a long spreadsheet. And you could ultimately add other columns that you want and say, I want you to go to this data location. I want you to pull the information that's there and then go on the web and find all the other locations where that data exists. And this is the type of individual that we got in a response back on our freelancer outsourcer platform. And they do business process outsourcing, okay? And that's what a lot of this is called, BPO. And that means that they do a lot of creative things that until I understood this industry, I had no idea. But data mining, lead generation, web research, data processing, data conversion, for super low cost. You can get incredible data assimilated and aggregated for your target customers, prospects, competitor lists, and on. And the results, in this situation, we got up to 1,000 records in 4 days for about 120 bucks, right? That's incredible, highly targeted, highly qualified, low cost leads for our business in just a few days. And that was just one target channel. And we did this for other industries, just to share. It doesn't just apply here, but a medical device company going after direct purchasers, a high-end luxury retailer wanted to get a list of all the lawyers and doctors so that they could target them as prospects. A company that actually wanted a list of all the local farmers and restaurants in a particular state for a co-op program they were doing. This large animal vet wanted to get a list of all the horse stables in an entire state so they could do outreach to be the large animal vet of record. You can't just buy that information. We had to use this technique to extract that. And a marketing agency, they just wanted a list of everyone with the title of marketing director, marketing coordinator, and get all of their information in major metro areas to do outreach. So this is a really creative way to get highly qualified information, low cost, in a very rapid way. And you can also data mine sites with specific data. So for example, going back to the dental industry, wanted to target all the dental websites that had the words that they offered teeth whitening written on their website. You can't go buy a list of that information. Maybe you have a similar situation in your business or your industry where you want to go after people that indicate certain things that are written on their website of things that they offer, so that you can, if you got a competing product, you can do the same. And we actually, when we did this research, we put university attended as one of the data points. So we wanted to know what university that dentist attended. So when we did outreach, we could put that actually in the subject line and say special offer for graduates of insert school name here. And you can imagine it was tremendous open rates that we got from this type of initiative. I'll just share again the data that we were able to pull. Got about 1,000 records again in 4 to 5 days for $120. Now we always have to put legally with the FTC, results aren't typical, but when we're showing any kind of data and information, but this is highly consistent with what I've seen for many, many years and what we've been able to extract with specific information. Now, another quick way I'm going to teach you on highly qualified lead engagement is LinkedIn. LinkedIn's amazing, right? But the amount of time that it takes to manage it, go in, make all the connections, do all the searching, do the messaging back and forth. What if you could hire someone that could go in, log into your account, and do everything for you? Profile optimization. Go join all the relevant groups in your industry. Target profiling based on the information that you give them. Then they'll go out and connect with all of those targeted individuals. And once they agree to connect back with you, send a very customized, individualized message back to that individual, right? To say, thanks for connecting. And maybe you want to share an education piece or a thought leadership piece or a white paper. And that point is kind of where you pick it up. But it'll optimize, join groups, do connection outreach. Once people agree to connect and they respond back, then we'll even send a custom message back on your behalf. Talk about rapidly engaging with highly qualified prospects and leads, super low cost, super effective and efficient. And it creates a whole LinkedIn funnel for you where you can generate leads, appointments, proposals, and sales, all happening in the background. Whereas we all know we got those LinkedIn messages and it just takes time to follow up and engage. So another really creative tool using outsourcer platforms that you can post the jobs and find individuals that do this exact kind of work. And I love to share, as part of these little mini lessons, I love to share some freelancer examples and outsourcer examples, and also like to share at least one unique tool. And this is one of those called promptcloud.com. So in terms of data mining information for targeted prospects and leads, and actually they've expanded their platform and do a lot more than just Twitter, but you can target content that's in Twitter, hashtags, handles. Go check out promptcloud.com and you can see it's a whole wide range of things. It's one of those creative, as I mentioned in the beginning, unique tools. When I say unique tools, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, that at Entreholic, we love uncovering and finding and bringing to you that maybe never knew existed. So you can expect a lot more from us, but check out Prompt Cloud, a lot of different ways to data mine really creative, innovative information. So that wraps up our first mini lesson on our virtual whiteboard session on generating more high qualified leads. We would love to see your comments posted below after you watch this. If you got any questions or comments or want feedback, our team will be in there responding and engaging with you because that really helps us to learn what other content to do in the future. So again, Brad Stevens, CEO of Entreholic, thanks so much for joining us, and look for your next mini lesson that's going to be coming here soon. We're going to be covering some more innovative, crafty techniques.